Welcome back to Transmission. Words can be powerful things. Listen now to hear trans people describe trans people.
What words do you like to use to describe people who transition their gender?
Yeah, gender diverse. Yeah, I don't want to. I think that's nice and broad. Like, I don't think. Yeah, lots of people obviously like using lots of different terms. So I think gender diverse sort of is a nice, easy term. No one should get offended with that.
What words do you like to use to describe people who transition their gender?
I call myself trans. I ask other people what they like to be referred to as, but yeah, for myself I just say trans, but I can also be stealth and, just refer to myself as male as well. So depends where I am, but mainly just male, yeah. Yep.
Just people, really, normal people. I just prefer to kind of accept everybody as however they are, and that's really, to me, that's the best thing anybody can do to me, is just accept me as a person,
Powerful, courageous. Yeah.
What words do you like to use to describe people who transition their gender?
What words?
So like trans, transsexual, way cool.
Okay, I call myself a trans guy, but really I just refer to them as guys or girls. I mean, I don't kind of get too technical on labels. I think there's too many of them.
Well, I think it really depends. I don't know. You've stumped me on that one. I think it is courageous. I think it's a difficult thing, especially when you have to tell people that that's what you're doing, and you're asking people to respect your pronouns. So I think you have to build a lot of resilience. So I think courage is a word that I would use. I think trans people are beautiful. I think that trans people have an experience of life that's unique to a lot of other people. And I think if you have those experiences of sort of seeing the world from two different sides or three different sides, I think that can sort of make someone a much more empathetic and understanding and patient person.
Well, I think that's up to the individual. I like transgendered, or just, if I'm writing it, to write trans with a little star, which just sort of means anything, whatever the person identifies as.
I go for affirmed identity or affirmation, I think, which is positive. Transition, nothing wrong with that word, but do we trans? We can debate that one all day, but affirmed just sits most comfortably with me. I think it is a very personal thing, and everyone has a right to the words that they want.
People. People are people, and they'll do what they can to be happy. I don't use a lot of words.
What words do you like to use to describe people who transition their gender?
Pronouns, whatever they prefer.
Whatever words you like.
Yeah, look, whatever, it depends on who you're with, like my girlfriends were just bitch and whatever else we're going on about, but I prefer they as a pronoun, but I've gotten to a point now where it's like, if you don't get they, then she'll do, and think I need to put that on a badge or a t-shirt, just because, there's people, I feel like sometimes people feel like they're being nice by calling me sir, like, oh no, I wouldn't want to get it wrong, wouldn't want to call you female, that would be, worse or whatever. And so I just feel like I just want to walk around slapping people half the time. Just go with they and babe.
Usually, I guess if I was pressed, I would use transgender, but I would love to live in a world that didn't have to rely on labels at all, and where everybody could just be themselves and didn't have to, label themselves to everyone to feel comfortable.
Friends, people. It's a strange question, to be honest.
What words do you like to use to describe people who transition their gender?
To describe people who transition their gender?
Yeah.
Well, personally, I just go by what people prefer to be called, or described as. Some people prefer to use the term trans or F to M to F. Is that what you're sort of talking about there?
Whatever you like. You can say whatever you like.
Some people prefer gender fluid, or gender fucked, gender diverse. Personally, I think it's all about the individual where the individual's at. And me, I'm quite happy with the title of transgender because I like being visible about that part of my life. Not too visible, but I like to have it. And I understand that not everybody is like that. So.
Trans. I don't add transsexual, transgender, transgendered. Just trans because it seems to not say anything that's wrong.
Courageous, usually very intelligent, and almost always gorgeous. So.
Well, it depends. Male to female, call them girls, women. That's all they really are. They're nothing else. I hear a lot of people call them trannies or transsexuals. I absolutely hate those words. They're derogatory. They're misconstrued. Don't use them. But girls, transgender's fine. Trans T-girls is another one that I've heard used a lot, especially last night. But yeah, those are words that are okay. But essentially, we're just girls.
What about the trans boys?
Trans boys, same thing. Just call them men, boys. Yeah, I don't see the need to go trans male or trans female. We present ourselves as male or female. That's how we want to be identified.
Whatever pronoun they prefer. So yeah, I call them him, her, they.
I guess we don't have a global definition that the whole community identifies with, and I like the term trans.
What words do you like to use to describe people who transition their gender?
Gender diverse.